I like the new library because it's more modern day.
Do you think you'll miss the old library? Do you have any good memories? Really prominent memories?
I do. It's kind of embarrassing. So we were on the couch, and I was in the big fluffy chair. I love that big fluffy chair. And Henry, an old classmate of ours,
You don't have to tell a story.
farted. And it was so funny. And then he said, "It's a natural thing." And then Costanza said, "You fart, you fart, you fart, and you fart. It's a natural thing." It was a big deal.
Do you guys have any fond memories of the old library?
No, well, nap time. I had some really good naps right on that rug.
Oh yeah, right on that rug?
I used to stick my head in the
in
bottom
the cubby
shelf.
holes?
Yeah. It's
cubby
kind of
hole?
dark in there. It's pretty great.
Get one of the stuffed animals. Put 'em behind
Cuddle.
your-
Oh, it was corduroy.
Do you guys have anything else? Are you sad to see the old library go? Are you gonna miss
Definitely
the old
not.
carpets and the old furniture?
No.
Will you miss the big fluffy chair?
Yeah, probably. It wasn't that fluffy, but
Okay, thank you guys.
One.
So, what is your name?
My name is Orlando Totally.
Okay. And what impact do you think libraries have on students?
I think libraries are extremely important simply because it gives students opportunities to go and read in a safe and quiet environment. Reading is so fundamental when it comes to your development as a young child. So if you have an opportunity to go to a place where you can actually read an unlimited amount of books and just sit down and just enjoy a good book, it's always great.
Where did you go to school?
I went to school at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale. I graduated probably about a year ago, but we had a great big library there as well.
And what would you say maybe your favorite book was?
My favorite book was probably my first book that I read, and it was Captain Underpants. The first book, Captain Underpants, it was a great story. It's my first chapter book that I finished reading, and it was just great. It was fun. It was an easy read. It was something that was light and kind of goofy to read. So it was really good as a kid.
If there was any character you could be from a book, what character would you be?
That's tough. I wouldn't be Captain Underpants. That's a really good question. I love Harry Potter. He's always just, aside from having his powers and wizardry, he's just so courageous and things of that nature. So if I could pick one, it'd probably be Harry Potter.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too.
What I'm feeling as I stand in here and kind of look around is that God can bring a lot of wonderful, great good out of a really bad, ugly situation, and that's definitely what God did here. So I'm just real grateful for all the time and effort and all the hard work that has gone into basically renovating and renewing this library. So Ellen Watt is our librarian, and Ellen has suffered, she has cried, she has worked her fingers to the bone in many ways, working to get this library to where we can, what we're seeing today. And she's done a really, really wonderful job. She's going to say a few words now. So, Ellen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming, and I hope you all enjoying the community of the room. That's the whole purpose. I just really wanted to briefly tell you that our library, the St. Mary's School Library, is really named the Randolph Golden Library, and there's very good reason for that. Miss Randolph and Miss Golden, for most of you in the room, you know what treasures they are to our school. And Miss Randolph started the St. Mary's School Library years ago with her very own books, and she commissioned someone to build a shelf, and she put the shelf in the cafeteria, and that's where it all started. And when we had all the trouble and we couldn't come down this wing, or we wanted to still be able to get books in the hands of readers, and so we went to their house and we dug the shelf out of the garage and we set it up in the cafeteria where it remains still as a give and take little library up there. And I have to say, their spirit of cheerfulness and their love of books really helped me in all the endeavors of getting this library ready. And the table right there where Mrs. Roth is sitting has just a small sampling of books that were donated by Miss Golden and Miss Randolph, and they are beautiful, current, beautiful picture books, and I just really am so grateful to them, and I'm grateful, that we are where we are today.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules and coming. You never know how many people are going to show up, so I am so excited that all of you took the time to come tonight. But in order to have this special evening tonight, it would not be possible without the help of so many people. And I can't even tell you the people that are out here, that we need to acknowledge you and to thank you for your generosity. And I think one of the most wonderful things that we see is when the furniture was delivered, and I'm teaching in that 5th grade room right over there, and I heard the truck come, so we had a field trip when we came down and we helped them all move it in. Well, then the rest of the upper school up here had to come in and see. And the excitement that was on their faces, like, wow, what a great place to read. So like Father said, out of great hardship comes beautiful joy. And that was the joy of the children saying they couldn't wait to read. So first of all, we would like to thank Miss Randolph and Miss Goulden for their loving and constant support of our library and for all of the beautiful books they donated. There's a long list, so you can hold your applause to the very end, because you might get a little tired. All the volunteers, including friends, parents, former parents, grandparents, who gave their time, their help, their support in putting the books back in order, because they did not go out in any kind of order, and all had to be put in order and put on the shelves in the right places. So thank you. To Mrs. Mary Jo Howard and all of the volunteers for helping to redecorate the library. All of the gracious individuals and families who made monetary contributions in the name of our library, and those who donated books and storybook characters. The Knights of Columbus for their generous donation. The Hispanic community as well for their generous donation. Mr. Kaufman and Kaufman's Furniture. Mr. David Carney and Rytech for carefully cleaning our books. At first we were told that we were going to lose the whole collection. And then they came in and they were able to salvage basically all of our books, except for maybe about 700 books. So that is amazing. West Tennessee Restoration. Usborne Books and all of the people who donated to the Usborne Book Drive to make it a fantastic success. Books A Million. If you went to Books A Million for 1 month, they were asking for donations. So thanks to them and all the people who donated books. Follett, who is an online fundraiser book company, donated 10% for anybody who bought books there. The Davison family and Davison Titles for opening their warehouse to us for free nonfiction books. Scholastic Books for their donations. I would like to put a special thank you out there to Mrs. Kale, principal at Sacred Heart, for allowing Mrs. Alicia Cole and her freshmen and seniors, they were sophomores and seniors, for coming over and painting the mural outside of the library. They did an amazing job, and they were so polite, and they were so happy to be here. So thank you, Mrs. Graham.
They hated to miss school, let me tell you.
I know that. I said, I am so sorry that you're missing school. I said, you can blame me for all of that.
All day.
Yes. And to Father Graham for all of his patience and support. For Mrs. Watt for her hard work, dedication, and love of St. Mary's Library, and to make it ready tonight for the rededication. Thank you to everyone for your support. Together we made this library a wonderful place for our students. There's a quote from Rummy, and we did all say more than one prayer today. But if you ever say one prayer in a day, make sure it's a thank you. So thank you so much.
We have a school development board that has been meeting for since this past summer. And one of the things that we have decided to do is we're going to initiate a new endowment fund to help support, give financial aid to students who might not be able to come to St. Mary's otherwise. And so we're going to name this new endowment fund the Miss Randolph Children's Fund. And so we're naming it after her. When I told Miss Randolph that we wanted to do that, she said, "Well, do I have to be dead before you do that?" And I said, "No, we would prefer that you are still alive." So anyway, so we've set a goal of $1 million over the next 2 years. We're going to try to raise these funds especially from our alumni and from foundations and people that have a love for Catholic education.
Last year I had fun reading, and I didn't really like to go to the library because it wasn't that cool.
What was that, Cardi?
But we love the library now.
How do you feel about the new library? Do you think you'll miss the old library and the old furniture?
You know, I am a little nostalgic, and people are missing things like Garfield, always reading in the corner in the big brown chair that was so comfortable. However, I have to say, I'm much happier with the arrangement now. I think it looks great, and I love seeing how excited the kids are when they come in, and everything's just so nice. I'm grateful.
What impact do you think libraries have on students? Like having a library at their disposal?
Yes, I think a library is the center focus of a school. I really do. I think this is the place where we learn and grow and practice and explore together and learn how to read and really develop a love for literature. So I think it's vital to a school community.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say about the library?
No, I'm grateful to Miss Randolph and Miss Golden, and I just love being here because I think that all the kids who come to see me, from the 2-year-olds to the 8th graders, this is a place where I can make them happy.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Watt.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ryan.
How do you feel about the library? Why do you like the library?
Well, I like the library because you get free books. You get hang out in there sometimes, get some peace and quiet. You know, from Jacob Hayes, Brendan Graham, and Ryan Geyer. All of those guys.
They don't go to the library, so
I know, that's why
so
there's
it's quiet in there.
Peace
yeah.
and quiet. I know. I mean, it's just some time to concentrate on everything that's going on in your life.